Welcome to another video of Lord PeteyTV Plays. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through a couple of dungeons here, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about what we do in certain situations and how we kind of fix them and went through it, how the bosses are dealt with, and so on and so forth. We're going to be dealing with multiple different classes. I would say it's going to be up to 5 or 6 different classes, but as of right now, we're prioritizing Druid and Monk, or I should say Balanced Druid and Brewmaster Monk. So please check us out. We're going to be doing a lot of other keys for other classes too. So we'll see you all soon. This is week 5 of season 3 of Dragonflight, and we're kind of going through the process here of trying to take care of fortified entangling and bolstering. And we worked on a couple of different classes. We tried to really push keys pretty hard this week, and this is kind of the results. I can't really say much more than everybody's already heard me say and talk about when it comes to, Atal'Dazar, or what we call in our channel, Atal'Dazar. Just trying to deal with, DPSing and going through it. It's really not that difficult a dungeon to go through, and especially with the fact that when we decided to do this key specifically, we did it with Rumble on his DK, we had Roman on his monk, and we ended up picking up a mage that was really, really good at single target, being that they were a arcane mage. So as for the first boss, he really, really wasn't difficult to deal with. We made sure that we kept with our CCs on all of the ads, and we kind of just went crazy with our DPS, trying to take as much down as possible. All in all, the first boss, Razan, was not that difficult at all, and took him down. We proceeded to go to the next boss after that. Oh!
4, 3, 2, 1. Four, 3, 2,
Okay.
1.
I'm ready when you are, Pete, if you're not busy.
Yeah, I'm here, but it's not too bad. It's on you. Run. All right. I'm gonna check now.
Oh,
Fire. What?
Let it wait. You're in a key.
I know. I'm not gonna change anything. I changed my settings already. I think I'm good. I just want you to tell me if I'm high or low. Fire. What do you think of this, huh? When we start pulling for, our count here, what we ended up doing was we ended up pulling a bunch of the little guys up here. We were on top of the bridge. We ended up pulling, more guys up top and AoEing them down. It's like I've been saying before, it's a tyrannical week. It's not that bad. The difficult part in this dungeon that we found and we were, encountering was the Spitefuls. The Spitefuls were difficult to deal with because mobs were just dying so quickly. The benefit for that, for me at least, is that I ended up, just using the Spitefuls as dots for astral power generation, and I kind of just used that to go through it. They do still hit pretty hard because it is a 21, but overall, the fights itself were not too bad. We kind of just went through all of these, going to the first boss, and it was pretty smooth sailing.
It's like, hey, you're doing a good job this key. I'm just gonna do 20 seconds off the time. Make sure you reabuse those runes. I don't have it. You don't have a rune? I don't fucking farm that shit. I buy it. Turn into the Mona Claw. Jumping too close to the stairs. You still raiding? Me? Yeah. Very much so, yes. We got Laradar sub 5% about 8 times on Thursday. Didn't kill it.
Are you looking to support the channel? Please make sure you go to our merch store. The link is in the comments below. We have mugs, shirts, lots of cool things that we will love you to purchase and be wearing and supporting the channel. I greatly appreciate it, and thank you so much. As always, just wanted to make sure you know we partner with Sub2R for our gamer glasses, our green screens, our camera mounts, our cameras, all of those enjoyable objects that we end up using while streaming for our long gaming sessions to help increase our quality of our streams. So make sure you use Lord PeteyTV at sub2r.com when you end up going there and purchasing some of this amazing gear. So the most important thing about this first fight, especially for me as a boomkin, is making sure that we end up DPSing as much as we possibly can when it comes to these totems, because I can literally just dot all the totems and just making sure that Starfall just continues to drop on them, which makes it a lot easier for me to make sure the dots are on everything. The one thing we had to keep an eye on is that somebody decided to just go to town on one of them, and we really needed to work on the other two, which kind of was a little annoying. Now, as you can see here, I'm trying to like put DPS on 2 different totems, which is not ideal, especially for me as a boomkin. I really don't do great a single target DPS in this case, but overall, you know, we could do something, and kind of finally we get something down low, and then we just pop everything and we go for it, and trying to get as many of these totems down so that we can get everything going, and making sure the animations, I should say reanimations, are done, and just DPS the boss. At that point, it's just a don't stand in crap, and you end up winning. That's shit on the floor. I don't have time to pop fucking trinkets.
This fight sucks for whoever heals this.
Oh, it's the worst.
That's me.
Fucking remember this. Ugh. Ugh. Rage screaming the entire time.
I got the back one.
You like paralyze it at the same time that I controlled it, so he's paralyzed, but
Sorry.
no, it's fine. I don't think it really matters.
Can
He
you?
only
Cast it once. Can you do the cast ability if you control? You only does it once. You cast it on the enemy though. Right. No, I know that you can do it with the mind control, but I didn't know DK could do it too, and have it still be considered mind control. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that either until I counted into this dungeon and did it a couple times. So we learned something new today, boys and girls. Yeah. Love and bless. Fine. I mean, I used to have fortified week, you know. I used to control hits and then quick. I'm gonna try and smack you. You bounced that dude right into me. Did you see that? I bounced my guy away from me and Rumble gripped it back towards me. Good. Good. I didn't have my headset keyboard. I don't know, it jumped towards and landed on top. I was plugging my headset, it was dying. This thing you know is gonna blame me. Yeah, it's fine. Did you typhoon it at me? It was a typhoon, yeah. Sure, it was my fault, guys. It was my fault. Those spiteful will pull the middle. So, be careful. We have both streamers. I'll pick the ugly one. Which one's the ugly one? The condom. What movie is that from? Is it a Dapper now? Or am I looking down? I don't watch movies. Do we want cooldowns? I don't know if the end cooldowns on this guy's down here. There's one to the big one upstairs. I'd rather the big one. Okay. I didn't know if you want to hold it for at least for the boss. Well, they're using that for the boss. You don't need it for the boss. No, this boss is a joke. Alright, hold it for the top. This boss kills itself, like. Yeah. 3 rotations, it does itself. Not even. It only took 2. If you're DPSing properly, you only have to do 50% health.
As always, these middle pulls are super fun to work on, and we ended up doing that pretty smoothly and easily. We ended up kind of pushing through, AoE and everything down. Not really much more I can say to that. we did a fantastic job just trying to make sure that AoE is working well, and kind of just going through it. So, I can't really say much more other than the damage was amazing, and we did some amazing work trying to get stuff done for clearing everything and going through this dungeon. And this top pull, everyone just does crazy DPS, which is pretty amazing. And I 100% approve how that ended up operating. Make sure you end up checking out our other channels. We have a sister channel called Gaming Fire with Lord PeteyTV, which we end up giving you some specific gaming news that is popping up here and there throughout the whole entire week. And then make sure you're also checking out our Stories with Lord PeteyTV, where we end up giving you little short stories that he's handwritten throughout the whole entire week, which we think you'll greatly appreciate. Thank you so much, and check those out. And hit the subscribe button here when you are ready. As always, this princess was very easy to deal with. We just made sure we put dots on them, make sure we focused the gold, and I tried to CC whatever I can do. Make sure we took care of the destabilize. Now, you're probably asking yourself, how is the destabilize still going off? You can actually use control undead on what's it called? On the incorporals or incorporeals, whatever you want to pronounce them as. And you can actually use them very similar to the way that my control works as a priest, as you saw there. Now, we kind of just, like I said, with this boss, you don't actually do most of the damage. What most of the damage comes from is actually the pull-ins from the blood. So make sure you get those transfusion bloods and kind of going for it. And we just, make sure that we kill the gold and make sure we DPS the boss, and everything worked out really well.
How would you know about that?
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, that was not good.
Does he not have any defensives?
I mean, probably not. So how do you keep yourself hydrated over those long gaming sessions? Here at Lord PeteyTV, we end up using Rogue energy drinks. That is what we use here. We end up drinking those throughout the whole entire sessions. Please make sure you go there and use Lord PeteyTV at checkout when you end up purchasing some of those amazing drinks. We were talking about this earlier in the dungeon about how we didn't know if the poll was going to be, the correct percentage or not. And as we talked about it, it's pretty much one of those feelings that it feels like it's always off. So we ended up making sure we went and just killed the little dudes over here that are on the bottom. And then after that, we kind of just went right around and we just went right for the boss. It was a little bit of a detour, and our timer, we still had 9 minutes, so I really wasn't too worried. But it was one of those things that we had to make sure we took care of as we were going through to get that percentage.
That should be sufficient time for you. Yeah, we'll see. Alrighty, boys. Oh! Why did that dude suddenly juke me? It's like he was like, I'm gonna go down the bottom of the stairs. I'm gonna take a look quick, like, dip to the right and then dip to the left. He straight up juked me. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Your ankles look nice and stocky. Are you ready? I was gonna say...
On this boss, we kind of lusted a pull. We just pop all of our cooldowns. We kind of went to town, tried to do as much damage as we possibly could to Yasmin before we needed to start, moving around. The first thing I needed to watch out for and keep an eye out for was the Soul Rends. Once the Soul Rends kind of went off, we kind of made sure we ended up AoEing as much of that down as possible. I knew that Dak could take on his own, and I knew that I could take on at least the other two just by dots. And at the end, we have a lot of spiders walking around. So at this point, my main priority was not actually DPS. It was actually to keep an eye out for spiders. Once I saw a spider, I kind of got away as quick as I possibly could and quickly moved. The one thing I don't like is having those those bars really close on that left, because sometimes I like to have a little more space to be able to move, but at the same time I kind of need it there for healing, which is kind of frustrating. So I've been trying to figure out how to do that efficiently. As for this, like I said, we all tried to stay together, AoE him down, and kind of went for it. I unfortunately had one screw up later on about a spider underneath my feet, and I died. And as you know, the people on the channel make fun of me and tease me for, I'm always getting carried through 20s and 21s. But I feel like I'm always pulling my own and doing my own work whenever I can, or working on as much as I possibly can do. You got him? You want me to?
Can we bubble these, deck?
Yep.
You got that, Rumble? Watch, there's a spider in the middle of that. There's 2 spiders forming in the corner. I need to get far away.
I did.
I died in a pool while trying to deal with racking pain.
You died to the spider that humped your leg.
I saw it.
Right. I was trying to deal with racking pain and I got knocked. You got one, Rez. I don't know what you want to do with it. Run it, Rumble. Thank you so much for taking your time out and checking out the amazing videos that we are ending up producing here. Now, just a reminder, we end up putting videos out throughout the whole entire week involving our Mistweaver Monk, our Brewmaster Monk, our Boomkin Druid, our Guardian Druid, our Combat Rogue, and many other classes throughout the whole entire week. But please make sure you come and check us out. We are doing this every single week live on twitch.tv every single Monday through Friday. Please come check us out. Subscribe to our YouTube page here and our sister pages. And if you're looking to support the channel, you know where to find it. Thank you so much and have a fantastic rest of your day.